Hi, so I just read The Belgian. Ito, kakatapos ko lang, like, right now. And I wanted to share my thoughts about it. Ay, nag-stop. I wanted to share my thoughts about it. Kasi medyo tinatamad ako magsulat. And I didn't really write anything. Wala akong ano. Pero yapping session lang about the book. Una, this took me a while to read. Medyo mahaba-haba. For multiple reasons. First, kasi it's my first time reading in a while, in a very long while. So, kaya siguro medyo hindi pa ako like super mabilis mag-read. Second, it's because it's very, very heavy. Ang heavy niya pala. It's funny. It's parang may humor siya talaga. Parang witty siya. Especially at the beginning part, when hindi pa siya ganun ka-depressed, na-depressed. But it's very heavy. So it's been such a hard read. And other reason pa kung bakit ang tagal ko siyang binasa kasi ano ba because yung ano niya, yung writing niya, it really parang you have medyo magulo kasi siya, like it jumps from one subject to another, so you have to really be like parang very focused ka, and I'm not always 100% focused when I read, na parang yung presence of mind ko nandiyan talaga. So I have to reread stuff again and again kasi it jumps from one thing to another. And I just recently realized, kasi meron siyang, at the end of the book, meron siyang parang siyang dito, The Bell Jar and the Life of Sylvia Plath. So parang siyang about the author and about the book. And I realized, and binasa ko siya, and I just came through it, kasi parang yung sa last part, and I realized na very close yung life ng author. A very well-known author na I read ngayon pa lang. Ngayon ko pa lang binasa to. Eh, ang tagal-tagal ng sikat na to. It's very similar to the life of Esther Greenwood, yung bida sa librong to. Tapos, it becomes much more depressing. So, una, yung book is a lot more parang character-driven than plot-driven. Which, those are the books that I like. Most of the time. I mean, gusto ko yung mga plot-driven books also, yes. Pero, what really has my heart in mga character-driven books, yung mga thought-driven books. So, this was one of that. Pero, mayroon din namang kind of movement yung plot, which I also like. But it's very subtle. More on, ano talaga siya, character-driven, which I like. And, sa unang part ng book, this young girl, it's very relatable in some way. Hindi naman in the way na she went crazy. Hindi naman sa way na ganun. Pero as a young girl, kasi she's a young girl, she's in college, nasa summer siya ng college, nasa internship siya, and then magaling siya, she's very good at writing, at things, she's an achiever, she's a scholarship girl, and then makikita mo talaga unti-unti how parang nag-deteriorate yung mental health niya because mostly yung pinakita sa book, mostly because of nag-unravel talaga yung mind niya because of her experiences in life na pinakita na very gruesome and weird. Syempre, normal and sane person ako, so nakikita ko talaga the reality of what she has to go through. Hindi naman siya parang she has to go through na challenges in life. No, they're just really weird things that really messes up with your psyche. Especially if hindi ka naman talaga ganun ka parang, I don't know how to talk about this book. Pero it's just very weird. Like, nagpunta siya sa New York, she wants this like internship. She has to work there, and in New York, ang dami niyang experiences doon, like with really bad people that come into her life, especially bad men, na ang weird ng ginagawa sa kanya. There was a guy in New York na ng kaibigan niya, ng kawork niya sa New York. Tapos she has to watch as naglalandian, habang naglalandian sila, merong guy that parang took her out and then like literally tried to kill her. Yung mga ganon. Tapos parang si Esther, parang hindi ko alam, parang nandun lang siya, parang watching her life na nang happen to her. It's very, very weird. Tapos, bumalik siya after no, nung weird time in New York. Ang daming repercussions sa kanya, sa mental health niya. Umuwi siya sa hometown niya. I forgot where it was. Boston ba? I don't know. Umuwi siya doon, tapos doon na talaga siya nabaliw. Like, hindi siya kumakain, hindi siya natutulog. Like, pumunta siya sa unang psychiatrist na like electrocute, yung ano, what do you call that? Electrotherapy. Yung back in the day. Yun yung ginagawa nila sa mga depressed patients. Na electrocute siya and everything. And that was really bad. She met, parang ganun. She had more bad experiences. And then, very dark to. Like, ang daming dark na nangyari. And they're very, ang dark. Basically, ang dark niya talaga. Parang may mga very dark images na very disturbing. That was very, very heavy read. Kaya ang nagtagal talaga ako. Simulan ko to the start of July. Ano na ngayon? July 13. Well, also because wala akong time. Lagi akong tulog from work. Pero it's a heavy read also talaga. Tapos ayun, nasan na ako? Parang very gruesome nung when she tried to parang kill herself. The moment she tried to kill herself. Parang pumunta siya sa basement ng bahay nila, tapos nilock niya yung sarili niya doon. Pumunta siya sa maliit na parang hole sa basement. Hole, ganun niya siya, uminom siya ng sleeping pills. Tapos ayun, nagising siya. Like, hindi siya ayun, hinanap siya ng nanay niya, syempre, like, days after, I think. Basta, it's something, like, unforgettable. Kaya niya sila ka-dark. And then, she went from this asylum to this asylum to this asylum. She met more men. Ewan ko, ang weird talaga. Ang weird talaga ng life niya. Pero what I appreciate the most about this is yung writing talaga. Ang ganda ng writing niya. Pero it's something that you have to really parang pause and parang slow down to be able to appreciate. Kasi in passing, it's very easy to parang read in passing and don't really see like how beautiful of a sentence that is. So ayan, you have to reread it, you have to slow down to read it. So it's not an easy read na you can read lang. Okay, I'm just gonna pick up this book on vacation and read it. It's not, it requires your full attention, which was difficult. Pero it was a difficult read. Kasi parang you get really seeped into the book of what Esther was thinking, kung ano yung buhay niya. You really get it. Like, nakikita mo, it's described in detail. But also parang jumping from one thing to another na ang gulo, na minsan nandito ka, tapos I'm going to try to reread it kasi baka okay, hindi lang ako nakafocus, i-read ko again. Pero hindi, sabog talaga siya. Like, what does she mean? So parang ganon, parang magigets mo, okay, it's intentional, ganon talaga yung utak niya. Ganon siya. Pero you get really, parang nando-draw in ka talaga. Yung parang corners of the mind, makikita mo how dark the mind can be. And parang the bell jar, parang dinadescribe niya yung experience of it all, na parang may bell jar that parang nakakover ka sa bell jar na yun, and it's all just dark and suffocating. And then nung naging better siya slightly, tumaas yung bell jar, nakahinga siya. Pero sabi niya, there was one line, of course I forgot what it was, pero yung line was about like, who knows that one day, parang bigla na lang magde-decide yung bell jar na okay, magkuklose ulit siya. Parang there's no way of knowing. And ang cool pa dun, not cool, pero yung author kasi, she was doing well. Diba, parallel yung buhay ng author sa book na to, sa bida sa book na to. Bigla siya nagpakamatay, but her career was doing well, she was writing good poems, tapos bigla na lang nagpakamatay siya. So you have no idea of really knowing. And then the way the book ended kasi, it's parang open-ended na, kasi nasa parang asylum siya, and parang the board of doctors were deciding if, okay, it's time for her to go out into the real world. If it's time to her to go out and parang go to live in college again, parang aalis na siya sa asylum. Tapos si Esther, mas matatakot siya, like, is this the right choice? Who, parang, kasi malay-malay mo, when the Belvoir decides to close in on you again, nabigla ka na lang magpapakamatay, maramdaman mo ulit yun. Pero super weird na mga ganap sa buhay niya. As in, she was really going crazy. Nababaliw talaga siya. And parang, tangina, pwede palang gawa ng tao to, or like, maisip ng tao to. Naisip ko lang one time, meron parang iniisip talaga niya kung paano siya magpapakamatay. Tapos one time, may nakita siyang parang sailor na lalaki sa daan. Lumapit siya, nag-acting siya, na ay, ito ako si ganito, ako si ganyan. Parang iba yung sinasabi niya ugali, ay na pagkatao niya. Meron talaga siyang character. Tapos, ang baliw, what's going on in your mind? Pero, ayun. Pero, one thing I really enjoyed about this is the writing. It's a very heavy read. I think I want to read something light and fun. Or kahit hindi light and fun. Kasi hindi naman ganito. Pero, ayun. She feels very empty and dark and gruesome. Pero, at least the book ended in hope. Meron naman hope. I thought the book will end na magpapakamatay siya. Pero, it ended with hope naman, of course. Which I really loved about this. And the writing was good. Siguro if i-rate ko to, mga 3.5 or 4 over 5 stars. It was a good read. It was a really good read. But it's not an easy book to read. Parang disturbing siya in some ways. But it's funny. It's witty. Ayun. Crazy talaga siya. What a crazy girl. Pero good writing, and it's really good kasi crazy, parang feel mo ikaw din baliw ka na. Nakikita mo lahat yun nakikita mo siya in plain sight, yung kabaliwan, like nakikita mo siya in detail, oh okay, this is how a person goes crazy, ganon yung pakiramdam niya. Ayun lang, I just really wanted to try this and to know what it's about, and I finally did, and it's good. And I enjoyed the process naman kasi it's a very good writing. Pero it's one you have to. It's parang it takes effort. So I want some easy reading naman after this. Yun lang.